We caught up with Kyrie Irving earlier, and he talked a little bit about expectations for himself and his teammates.
Oh, we expecting.
Kyrie reminding us that it's not just the expectations of the fans and the media he and LeBron deal with, but also expectations they've got for each other.
Yeah, that's a great point. I mean, two guys who expect so much of themselves to start with, who naturally have a vision of how great the other guy should be. I mean, they're constantly trying to manage expectations while still demanding the best from each other. And that's a lot of fun to watch.
And off we go, a close game now starting the second quarter. And the Warriors, guys, what jumps out to you in this game stats-wise?
I tell you what, the scoring has come in threes for the most part here so far.
Every time down the floor, it seems they're knocking down the triple.
Thompson down low with Mozgov. Matthew Dellavedova is out there with Irving, and it's Shumpert in at the small forward. That's the group for Cleveland going right now here in the second.
Well, I tell you what, it was a really strong year for the Cavs. 53 wins for them, good for the sixth best mark in team history. A lot of those wins also came against the West, making it even more impressive.
Kevin Love's checked in for Mozgov. The Warriors also with a sub. Thompson's checked in. Irving with the ball. Bogut picks him up. The pass to Shumpert. The tray. Rebound Bogut. Cavs were very strong against the West. 18-12 record for them overall, second only to the Hawks in the East.
And they really turned it on against the West from mid-January on. How about going 14-1 in the West in their last 15 matchups, and that included a 10-game win streak against the West.
Now Thompson. After Iman Shumpert missed from long range. Thompson misses. The Cavaliers trail by 3. Outside Irving. Down low. And Thompson throws it down.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
By himself, and Shumpert slams it in.
And another lead change here. How many of these are we going to have tonight?
I'm not quite sure, but I'm willing to bet it'll be more than a few.
Here's Clark. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Bogut down low, working on Thompson. Bogut gets the bucket. And the Warriors lead by 1. Clark, this tug-of-war game continues.
You know what? And they just keep flip-flopping the lead again and again and again.
And, guys, that's lucky number 7 already in this game.
Golden State's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Dishes it to Rush for 3. Kyrie Irving grabs the miss. Irving's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Passes it to Dellavedova. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 4 assists in the game.
They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Clearly, they've been the aggressors thus far when it comes to attacking the interior.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
Kyrie Irving over the years. Now let's talk about maybe another area, and that is his willingness to give up the ball. LeBron came to town at the beginning of last season. Kyrie didn't even flinch at the prospect of being 1B to 1A. To me, that was a very selfless way of giving the mantle of that team over to LeBron.
I agree with you. There was some question as to whether Kyrie would be able to do that at this point in his career, but ultimately that's what champions do. Kobe did it for Shaq. Robinson did it for Tim Duncan, and that's really what great players do.
LeBron's checked in for Matthew Dellavedova. And then for Golden State, Barnes comes in for Andrew Bogut. And Curry subbed in for Ian Clark. The feed now to Spates. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. And now Irving pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
That's how you make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered. The floor is open. Take care of business.
Always an advantage when you can get out in the open floor. You get much better rhythm offensively. And this lead, I think, is headed up.
And so it's Golden State with it, following the score by Cleveland. Shot is good, and the Cavaliers lead cut to just 1 on the basket from Curry.
And getting back to Kyrie, many felt the addition of LeBron would cut down on Kyrie's playmaking opportunities. But Kyrie was near his career average in assists last season. That even further indicates how seamlessly the two superstars were able to gel.
Now here's Barnes after the miss from Stephen Curry. And Thompson kicks to Barnes. Curry with a wide open look. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. Curry's got 12. Clark, you talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition of that.
Yeah, no doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, not even through the first half, and it's been one heck of a battle.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes.
Now here's Thompson. Clock at 6. LeBron kicks to Thompson. The shot. LeBron with another miss.
You know, talking about the effect LeBron had on Kyrie last year, they looked fantastic working together, but the stat sheet also bears that out. Kyrie hit over 40% of his threes for the first time in his career, and he posted the lowest turnover rate of his career, too.
Now here's Barnes after LeBron James's miss. And that one's good, Barnes. And now a three-point Warrior lead.
I love how he establishes his post position inside before he converts. And how about Harrison Barnes, the Black Falcon? I mean, he was a high school phenom in Ames, Iowa, and a lottery pick back in 2012 after 2 seasons at Carolina. I remember also in high school he was a teammate of Dougie McBuckets.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers. Harrison Barnes, of course, went to North Carolina, grew up as a huge fan of former Tar Heel Michael Jordan.
Yeah, you know, interesting, his mother started taping Jordan's games on the VCR years before he was born. His given name, Harrison Bryson Jordan Barnes. How about that for a factoid?
I didn't know that.
Nor did I.
A different look now for Cleveland. Mozgov, he's checked in for Thompson. Fry comes in for Kevin Love. And J.R. Smith's subbed in for Shumpert. Golden State also making some changes. Festus Ezeli, he's jacked in for Spates. And it's Livingston in for Thompson. Now here's James. He's got 8. Inside, here's Mozgov. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. And it goes on Draymond Green. Andre Iguodala is checked in for Harrison Barnes. What a year for the Warriors. Clark won their division for the first time in 39 years, ran away with the very tough Western Conference.
And there were a number of surprises last season, Kevin, but the Warriors were at the top of the list. I mean, I don't think anybody, including you and I, pegged them to be as good as they were.
Especially the way the finals began.
Exactly.
Here's the break. Here's Ezeli. Rips down the breakaway slam.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker. He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he picks the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, and in a close game, though, guys, those could be really important points.
Again, Curry missing.
And the Warriors won 51 games back in 2014, improved that mark by 16 wins last season. Among teams that won at least 50 games in the previous year, that 16-game improvement was an NBA record for the Warriors.
Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for Cleveland. And the Warriors also making a change. Barbosa's checked in. The Cavaliers trailing. LeBron outside. 36 seconds left in the first half. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket.
It goes without saying the Warriors set franchise records all over the place with their play. Their win total being the highest ever, but also of note was it was the first time they've won 50 games in back-to-back seasons. They seem to truly have arrived as a top-notch franchise in this current state of the NBA.
Here's Azili. Excellent D there from Mozgov.
Just tentative in the paint, lacking a little bit of confidence, allowed the defender to recover and contest that shot.
That's a 2 from Smith. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so it's a close game.
Yes, Kevin, here with Stephen Curry. And Steph, you've had to deal with a lot of defense.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal. Golden State found themselves in a close game in the first. At the end of the period, they held a 3-point lead. They were outscored by just a bit in the second quarter as they go into the break now holding just a 1-point advantage. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
They played aggressive, lockdown defense. That was the main difference in the first half. Because when you come out and establish that you're going to play physical, that sets the tone for the rest of the game. On top of that, I think they showed more energy, outworking and out-hustling.
And that's it for halftime as the second half is just...
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third.
Curry has been all sorts of trouble for him. He has 12 points, and he's knocked down a pair of three-pointers in this game, too.
And maybe it's time for them to set a few more screens for him up top and let him add to that total.
And on the floor for Steve Kerr as we get into the second half. The Splash Brothers are the guards. Barnes and Green are the forward set. And it's Bogut in at center. Love with the screen on Barnes. Love in the post, guarded by Green. Love, no good.
Yeah, but you have to love that tough interior defense.
And, Greg, that's exactly what he gives you. I mean, he's constantly making his presence felt around the rim. What are they thinking, leaving him with all that space out there? Do they not know? Have they not heard that this guy is unbelievable? That's a layup for him.
Now here's James. 8 points for him. And Steph Curry with the foul. That's his first foul.
Well, you know, last season, Steve Kerr came into a good situation, but a touch awkward. The team wasn't 100% on board with the firing of the previous coach, but he won them over in a hurry.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. It's taken away by Smith. The Cavaliers trail by 6. He feeds it to LeBron. Love kicks to Thompson. Back to Love. Cleveland moving it around. Love with the screen on Barnes. Clock at 4. Here's Thompson. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Thompson's got his second basket of the night.
That's really told the story today, guys. I mean, throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and then finish.
More active and more physical down low. That's what's really been the difference thus far.
Timeout called the Warriors. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to nap out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Shumpert is checked in for the Cavaliers. Here's Irving. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
And, Kevin, who says a point guard should look to pass first? I mean, not when you can finish like this fella.
Well, Clark, he wasn't going to give that opportunity up to a teammate.
Well, you know, Kevin, that's one he'll always take himself, and he should. I mean, you can't pass up that kind of opportunity or fun.
Here's Thompson following the score by Cleveland. Fires the 3. Kept alive. Green dishes to Barnes. Irving against Curry. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Irving passes to Shumpert. Love up top, covered by Bogut. Love with a wide open look. And that one hits back iron.
And last season was one where Tristan Thompson transitioned from a starter to a bench role. Didn't let the move bother him and still put up solid numbers off the bench.
Now Love. After the missed three from Klay Thompson. And a wide open look for Irving. And that misses. That would have put him up.
Well, that defense went from poor to no defense at all.
And when he's open like that, you don't see him miss those looks very often.
Thompson with the bucket. Well, for Thompson, he was great off the bench. You're right, Greg, for the Cavs last year. Even earned some Clark's sixth man of the year consideration votes.
And deserves it because of how he played and his impact. He actually had his best year in terms of shooting efficiency. Shot a career-high 55% from the floor.
Timeout called the Cavaliers. Cavs were poised to make a huge run last year in the playoffs. Swept the Celtics in the first round, but it cost them.
Yeah, and even though they did get that sweep, they lose Kevin Love for the rest of the way, and that put a big hurdle in their quest for the title.
And the Warriors making a change here. Spates is checked in. Irving, good.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Curry kicks to Spates. It's deflected. And so the ball's out of bounds. Shumpert touched it last.
No denying that injuries were a big part of the storyline in the Cavs postseason. Fortunately, LeBron James was otherworldly after the first round. Took care of the Bulls, then went on to sweep the Hawks to get back to the finals.
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Channing Frye's checked in for Thompson. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Kyrie Irving. Green dishes to Curry. Three-pointer. Cannot hit. And it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way.
And for the Cavs last season, their toughest test would be in the finals against the Warriors. Like every other team, they just couldn't handle the Warriors for a full series. A great run to the finals, and surely they'll want to return there this season.
And so it's Golden State with it, following the score by Cleveland. Pass to Iguodala. On the wing, Green. He's guarded by Love.
Oh, that's a tough three-point try when you've got the defense right there.
Well, he'd have to be really good to knock down a shot like that against that kind of defense.
Nice shot by Smith. And not even three-quarters out of the way. So many lead changes.
One heck of a game. I mean, guys, this has been outstanding in terms of the effort that both sides have been able to put out.
I'm looking over there at Greg. He's enjoying every second of it, Clark.
Yeah.
Listen, the fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail-biter.
You know, it's really hard not to notice the difference in the passing of these two teams today.
It's a stark discrepancy when you look at the assist columns and you see that difference as far as the fluidity in their respective offenses.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting two. And, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Cavaliers?
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
They've also been pounding it inside tonight and coming away with a lot of points in the paint. I call those PIPs.
Mozgov, he's checked in for Cleveland. James comes in for Shumpert. Festus Ezeli, he's checked in for the Warriors. Livingston comes in for Klay Thompson. For three, Smith. Smith missing again.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Iguodala gets the bucket.
The assist, Stephen Curry.
1:06 left in the third. They set the screen. It's tipped. It's stolen by Green. And a wide open look for Iguodala. And too long on the shot.
Ill-advised shot there, Clark.
Yeah, exactly. That was lower than low percentage.
Second chance shot. Frye, good. Frye has got 6.
haven't been as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. They're playing smart with the lead. I like that. They're being very selective and deliberate in their offense. That's a good strategy when you're on top.
Now, here's Green. 8 points for him. Kicks it to Iguodala. And here's the fast break. LeBron leading the way. It's blocked.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, Greg, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
The Warriors have knocked down 5 of their 9 attempts at the stripe tonight.
You know, he's had a number of trips to the line, and he's starting to make some of those foul shots now. That could be dangerous. That's more like it. For a free throw shooter of his caliber, it's really out of character to see him struggle like that.
Smith outside. They set the pick. Back to James. And here's Fry for 3. No luck. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Cavaliers lead by 1. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our fourth quarter coming up next. All right, the fourth quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one so far with both sides coming to play. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. And it's Thompson in at the 5 down low. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers.
Boy, you got to love that assist by LeBron.
The dish to Green. Thompson in the corner. Pass to Bogut. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Green drops it in from 11 feet.
Great unspoken communication between teammates leading to the nice assist and the easy score.
That's a pick by Love. Here's Irving. The Warriors pull it in. Bogut's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Thompson. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
Wow, the fans are really getting their money's worth tonight. What an entertaining ball game.
Up to this point, Greg, it's been almost impossible to separate these teams. I think this one's going to be close all the way.
Now here's James. It's a pick by Love. To the middle. Up off the screen. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. And guys, here in the fourth quarter, still a close game.
Yeah, and actually still too close to call. I mean, this one is tight.
Instant classic, fellas. This one could come right down to the last shot.
Here's Clark. And it's Golden State with another.
He's got to be a little embarrassed for joining the Paratroopers club on that pump fake.
Cavaliers timeout.